Welcome to Alphabet City. This is the show that covers everything related to Alphabet Inc., the company that owns so many things. I'm your guide, Ayaz Akhtar, and you are the outstanding audience. Today we're talking about some serious Google issues again, Chrome changes, your comments, and more. But first up, let's talk about the future. Let's visit Galaxy Gateway. Yonhap News just published a report on Samsung's 2019 plans. The Galaxy S10 would be revealed in February. The foldable phone we just recently saw would be shown off at Mobile World Congress in February and launch in March. During that same month of March, a 5G version of the Galaxy S10 would also arrive. The folding phone is not expected to handle 5G, but will be able to drain your bank account with the price of around 2 million won, or around $1,700. Samsung gave out some official specs on its unnamed flexible phone. The front display has a 4.58-inch screen with a resolution of 840 by 1960. The main 7.3-inch display has a resolution of 1536 by 2152. What are you going to do with a 7.3-inch Android tablet? CNET's Roger Cheng has a great analysis piece trying to pin down an answer. If you've got ideas, let us know. In other folding phone news, Evan Blass said to expect an LG folder at CES 2019, which will take place in January. Also, another company called Royole introduced a folding phone/tablet before Samsung did. Royole's Flex Pi, yes, that is the name, is available for pre-order for around $1,300. Let's go to the Garden of Google. Guys, we've spent some time explaining Google and its history with sexual harassment. If you want full details, check out our last episode. Here's the very short recap until this point. New York Times piece explaining credible sexual harassment claims against Google executives. Executives being protected by Google with payouts. 20,000 Google employees and contractors walk out and protest. Protest organizers post demands for real change within the company. Google announces changes to harassment policies right before we publish the last episode of this show. So let's talk about Google's changes to policies, since we haven't done that yet. Google posted a blog entry credited to CEO Sundar Pichai. In it, he apologizes and explains that the company will provide more transparency on how it handles concerns. Google will no longer force workers into arbitration and harassment and assault claims. Google will also change methods of reporting channels, as well as update and expand mandatory sexual harassment training. Organizers of the walkout published a response. In it, they say, "We commend this progress and the rapid action which brought it about." However, the response ignored several of the core demands, like elevating the diversity officer and employee representation on the board, and troublingly erased the focus on racism, discrimination, and the structural inequity built into the class system that separates full-time employees from contract workers. In addition, the company must address issues of systemic racism and discrimination, including pay equity and rates of promotion, and not just sexual harassment alone. Let's wrap up the news with Uptown updates. Google announced that starting with Chrome 71, coming in December of 2018, Chrome will show a warning when encountering unclear subscription pages. The idea is to avoid sneaky scams. A site must have 3 things to be considered clear. Billing info must be visible and obvious to users. Customers must easily see the costs they're going to incur before accepting the terms. And the fee structure has to be easily understandable. If a site fails any of those 3 criteria, you'll see a warning. According to 9 to 5 Google, Nest might get a rebrand. Remember Nest? Google bought it back in 2014. Then Nest became its own independent company under Alphabet. Then Alphabet decided that Nest should be a division of Google again. 9 to 5 Google says discussions are still early and nothing may happen. We've seen Nest products become more integrated to things like the Google Home Hub. Should Google have 2 brands for its smart home ambitions? Could you imagine that? Multiple brands for similar products? It'd be like YouTube and Google Video, or Google Play Music and YouTube Music, or Gmail and Inbox, or Hangouts and Allo and Duo and Messages. That's just crazy. One more tidbit. YouTube is out for the Nintendo Switch in the Nintendo eShop. It even supports 360-degree videos. To Comment Cove. This is the part of the show where we shine a spotlight at the most amazing audience in the world, you. On the topic of folding phones, Cypher360 Clothing said, "Can't wait for the foldable. Productivity and fun at the same time. Imagine playing a game of Fortnite on that." When Samsung came out with larger screens, people were saying, why do we need larger screens? Then Apple implemented larger screens in their iPhones, and then it became so suddenly clear why we needed them. Let's see if history repeats itself with the foldable. Leon Jimenez says it's an unfoldable phone or foldable tablet, a phone that I can actually unfold into a tablet and not carry two devices. A tablet I can put in my pocket. How is that a gimmick? You know who thought it wasn't a gimmick? Steve Jobs and Bill Gates agreed in their final interview together that unfolding screens was the next step in the evolution. This is the definition of practical use. If you're a daily tablet user on the go, you know exactly why you need this. Presley Young says, do you guys realize that he shaved his beard? Presley? Yep, it was for a Halloween costume. I was Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers. Thanks to everyone for writing in. If you've enjoyed your stay in Alphabet City, please like and subscribe. I'm Ayaz Akhtar, and I'll see you online. Good, you're still here. I've got a question for you. What Android app do you think is way underrated? Maybe we can make it a topic of a holiday episode. Also, Samsung is bringing its new One UI to the Galaxy S8 and Note 8, not just the 9 line. So long.